Okay, number five is to learn to pick your battles. Don't sweat the small stuff. You understand? Sometimes allow the child, ignore. Now, that is not to say you should begin to ignore all the child's misbehaviors, but just learn to pick your battles and let some things slide. All right. In behavior modification science, there's even something we call planned ignoring. All right. Because one thing we must understand as parents is that whatever you pay attention to, especially when it comes to misbehavior, generally in life, this rule holds generally that whatever you pay attention to grows. Once you begin to give it your attention, you begin to give it your time, your energy, it will start growing. And it holds true for bad behaviors. Once you begin to give it so much attention, so much, it will continue to grow. So as a parent, don't just sweat the small stuff. Learn to, pick your battles wisely. Number six is to give the child options that the child cannot resist. When we say options, you tell the child, would you do the dishes now? Or you sweep the living room now. So it is either A or B. The child knows that whatever option he picks, he's going to do it. All right. Now, you know the way your family dynamics is, but just give the child options that they cannot resist. Okay, it is not, you're not giving the child a yes or no option. Are you going to do it now or you're going to do it later? That is a yes or no option. No. Are you going to eat your food now and do the dishes later? That is a yes or no. You shouldn't give those kind of options. You tell the child, are you going to do the dishes now or you forfeit this now? Do you understand? Give the child two options that the child has to pick from one, all right? So that the child knows that he doesn't have the ultimate authority to be bailing himself out or to be rejecting instructions. So he knows that either way is either I do this or I do this. So let me just obey. Let me just save myself the stress and just do this one and get it over with. Do this one and get it over with. All right. Number seven is to develop routines, and there should be consequences. Okay, when we say routines for children, that they're usually a handful, you have to drag them, it's always a battle to get them to get up to do certain things. Just set routines and there should be consequences. Routines like, if the child comes back from school by 5, from 5 to 5:30, there's a timetable. Routines are simple timetable that children can follow. There's a simple timetable from 5 to 5:30, the child takes his bath. From 5:30 to 6, the child eats. From 6 to 7:30, the child does his assignments. And from 7:30 to probably 8, the child, if he's going to do dishes, if you want him to do 1 or 2 chores around the house, or you just set routines based on how your family dynamics work, and there must be consequences so that you're not just setting routines and if the child doesn't do it, nothing happens. No. There should be consequences attached to the child not following the routines. And then another question some parents want to ask that, is it that I'm going to turn my child to a robot and my child has to be following timetable every day, and I have to be coming down to my child's level every time? The thing is, you're trying to create a positive character in your child. You're trying to create a new behavior. And, science has it that if you really want to change, to probably put an end to a negative behavior and let the child pick new behaviors, you should give it your time. Science will say about 3 weeks, but practically it takes about 6 weeks. So if you're going to dedicate your time, if you're going to dedicate 6 weeks to 2 months of your time to get your child to regulate himself and begin to take instructions and become more manageable, I don't think that is too much out of a person's entire life or out of your entire parenthood. All right.